Hello fellow humans! Today I'm going to be doing my 2020 bullet journal flip through. Quick disclaimer before we actually get started, I primarily use my bullet journal for finances, and because of that, there are quite a few pages that I am not able to show you during this, so just bear with me. I'm mostly going to be showing the general theme of each month. There are definitely going to be a lot of pages that I skip over, and that's because if I chose to blur it, I would be blurring half the book. So I did go ahead and just skip a lot of those, just to make it a little easier on myself. The notebook I used this year was another Archer and Olive, this one with the moon and some stars. You may see coffee stains on the pages, just ignore that. As you can see here, I didn't actually include a title page at the very front of this book. Don't ask me why, I couldn't really tell you. Then we have a very messy index and okay grid spacing page. As you can see, my trackers were pretty plain here in the front. I did a period tracker, a book tracker, and then in between I actually had some financial trackers, but I went ahead and skipped those. And then this was a password keeper. And then I did go ahead and put November and December of 2019 in the beginning of this book because I started a little early. And as you can see, it's pretty simple. I just picked a couple of colors that I thought went well together and focused on doing the absolute necessities. This video planning page is actually for me and my friend's channel. It is called The Good Ship, and it's actually linked on my channel page if you want to check that out. I always add a scribbles page just for any random thoughts I might have. And for December, it gets a little cuter. Still just mostly picking colors that I think are good for the season. Yeah, very simple spreads here in the beginning. Sorry about that. So we finally make it to 2020. I did do a title page specifically for 2020. And I put my goals here on that next page. So January, I did a loose snow theme. Just kind of colors that I liked because it's my birthday month. Any pages you see with tidbits or morsels, that's actually pieces that I liked from my Bible study for that day. For February, we did pigs. I freaking love pigs. For Good is actually the fanfic that I write, so I kept a tracker for that as well as my habits. So you can very clearly see when I started getting lazy with my Bible study. And then for March, I decided to do a witchy kind of starry night divination-ish theme. I just liked it. It was dark, it was witchy, it was a good time. But still really simple. For April, we actually did a pastel rainbow theme. In theory, I liked this, but it wasn't my favorite theme that I've done. And again, I kept it really simple. I was not going all out with these spreads. I was really just kind of getting the hang of it. And for May, I actually did a very minimalist theme, which I absolutely loved. I did these paw prints, just very grayscale, cute cat paw prints specifically. For June, we did some more bright colors. Again, really simple, and I'm really sorry that all I can show you are the habit trackers at this point. it will get better in a minute, I promise. So July is actually where I started being more creative. You can see here I put more effort into the drawings. I added a quote from my mother. We live in a hot place. That's why it says that. Heat was my theme for this month, and I think it was pretty relevant. Again, mood and habit tracker, just keeping those same colors. Still pretty simple though. For August, I did a sort of, it's dusk, it's summer, you have string lights in your backyard and there are fireflies out. That was the theme. That's what I was feeling. That's what I wanted to do. So August is also where I started measuring for Weight Watchers. I have a section where I track food that I've really been liking, my measurements at the beginning and end of the month, and a weight tracker. And then for September, I went ahead and did sort of a cozy at home, you're sitting at your desk and you've got coffee theme. I have a bookshelf. I have this sort of cute cursive handwriting. Again, just pastel colors, really calm. Iced coffee and a cat. Just cozy things. That theme was just cozy things. October was a supernatural theme. If you don't watch Supernatural, the show, you won't appreciate this as much, but Supernatural has now ended after 15 seasons, and I really just wanted to document that. So I did the Supernatural font here. I have the road this month. Instead of food, I put pie. I have my inches and weight over there. And you'll see lots of other little just pieces from the show strewn about in these spreads. And instead of scribbles, I put Dad's journal and then proceeded not to use that page for some reason. Moving on to November. November is obviously Thanksgiving, but I didn't want to be that obvious, so I did a baking theme. Cute font, nice shadow on there, and I just did different things that you would see if you were baking. And I did a lot of blues and tans, just kind of nice colors. And again, I didn't use the scribbles page, so I must not have had nearly as many stray thoughts in these past few months. And now we've arrived at December. I wanted to use paper to create some layers and some different variation in my pages. I went with these 3 different tones, this gray, this brown, and this tan. If you saw my I Made Christmas Cards video, you'll notice a lot of similarities in the tone of this month. I did the snow falling and the trees and simple lettering. And again, I haven't used the scribbles page a whole lot yet, but there's still time. You can see here, that is actually the end of my bullet journal. This year has been insanity. It has been a little bit of a garbage fire, which I think everybody is aware of, but this has been a fun year for me to learn how to do new things in my bullet journal, to figure out what I want to do moving forward. I'm really excited to show you what I've got planned for the new year. Everybody have a wonderful week, and I will see you all next time.